Welcome to How to Deal When the Shit Gets Real podcast. I'm Marietta.
And I'm Connie. And this is our talk shit episodes. That's what we should call them. Oh,
I like it.
Yeah, that's what we're going to call that. Because we have decided to change our bonus episode. Instead of recapping what our previous guest has said, we're just going to talk shit.
Yep.
Talk about what's going on in our lives, what Rietta's doing, if there's a new book out, what my baby is doing. I don't know, because that's basically my personality at this point. When people ask me how things are going, I'm like, good, Theo's like really trying to sit up on his own. It's never about me anymore. It's always about how the kid is doing.
That's pretty much how
it's
it
a great
goes.
Buffer.
This will also be our last episode until next year, because we're taking a break for the holidays.
But don't worry, I'll still be posting random shit on Instagram because we have to post and 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 post. And I want to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot myself. But that's fine.
And we've also been on a podcast, so you guys can go listen to us on the Spousally podcast, because we were on their podcast, and we're actually doing an interview for a magazine. So your two favorite hosts have become very cool lately.
It's really weird. I was like, a magazine? I was like, wait, those exist still? was also the second thought that I had.
No, I had that thought too.
Magazines.
Apparently
but
they
I'm
do.
I'm down. I need to get Spousally's, podcast art so that we can post about that on our Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have to write Carolyn back and be like, hey, can we have your art too so we can,
post. Yeah.
Post.
Because, hello, I want to post about you guys too.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, like, every time I see they do like a lot of like really cute reels. They did one for Veterans Day, and I like reposted it on our stories because why not?
Yeah, that's how that's how the world works. We support each other. That's what me and my author friends do. We all buy each other's books because who else is gonna do it? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and we're all on each other's podcasts at this point. We get so many podcast interviews from other podcasters. It's insane.
Yeah, but I mean, it's great. And we all get to network, and we've met a lot of people because of it.
Yes, we have. So since this is our last episode since the break, how's Thanksgiving going? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? The usual?
Yeah, the usual. My parents will get here tomorrow, and it's just going to be us, which is kind of nice. So just my parents and Kyle and Jackson and I, and I'm only going to make a 12-pound turkey, but all the usual trimmings.
I'm very skeptical. So we're going over to my mom and Joe's house, and they are making a turkey in their toaster oven. This is the look of skepticism. I don't believe a 15-pound turkey is going to fit into your toaster oven.
I was going to say either it's a really small turkey or a really big toaster oven.
And it's not that big of a toaster oven. So I was like, and then I was telling mom, well, see, the whole reason is apparently their oven isn't very trustworthy. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes not. It's probably time for a new oven. I kind of wanted to just be like, hey,
I would say so.
Get a new oven if you're going to host Thanksgiving. But so that's why they're doing the turkey in there. So I'm like, well, do you want to keep everything warm? Mashed potatoes, the green bean casserole, stuffing, because we can throw them in crock pots and keep them on warm after they're all heated up. Because traditionally, what do? At least I always threw them in the oven.
Yeah. On the warm setting.
Warm while exactly. While carving, doing whatever, the usual.
Yeah.
So I offered that up.
Yeah. And they're easy to clean. Is it actually a toaster oven or is it a convection oven?
It's a toaster oven. I don't know. I mean, what's the difference? They're the same thing. Convection ovens and toaster ovens are the same thing, is my understanding.
No, convection ovens are a little different and the only reason I know this is because my parents had the motorhome. And instead of having an oven, they had a convection oven. And a convection ovens actually cook fairly quickly compared to a toaster oven, where a toaster oven would take forever.
I'm not Sure. It also, because, okay, so they have, when they do appliances, they do fancy appliances where it has all of the million options. So it's possible.
Either
You know what
way,
I mean?
still
Like,
strange.
either way, I am skeptical. Like a small chicken, I saw them do a small chicken before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can see a chicken being done in a toaster oven.
Right.
Fine. But a turkey is quite large.
Most of the time.
And what's your plan B? Because if that doesn't work, there's no turkey. You know what I mean? Like, what if you try to get it in there and it doesn't go in? You know what
And
I
what
mean? Because if you're
about
starting off with a 10-pound turkey,
also
not 10
that's what
pounds,
she
sorry,
said
12 or
or he
15
said.
pound. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What if it doesn't fit?
Also, is it just the turkey or is it going to be stuffed? Because that makes it even more interesting.
You know what? I would assume they would have to not stuff it. That's what I would assume, because stuffing it takes longer
It
versus
does
if you
take
put a
longer,
bunch of lemon and garlic in it, you would be fine.
but
I don't
still,
really know. I also, it's just, you're risking a lot, is all I'm
yeah,
saying.
you are risking a lot on a holiday. Is it just you guys though?
It's mom, Joe, me, Tom, obviously Theo, though he's not going to eat much. Such a great joke, Connie. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Mitch and Sarah, and maybe Sarah's parents. I don't really know. And I don't know why we aren't just going to Uncle Pete and Aunt Debbie's. So
I guess they don't want
there's
to.
that. Because they don't. Mom was like, well, I always feel like an outsider. And I was like, really? Or is it all just in your head? I'm skeptical on if Mitchell and Sarah are even going to be staying for very long, or if they're just stopping by.
Yeah.
Because it's like you should clarify whether they're actually going to be eating or if they're just stopping by.
Yeah. I kind of get what she means about being the outsider because with Debbie's family, it's hard. But if like other people from our family are there, it's usually fine.
Fine. But 4th of July, well, I mean, I guess your mom and dad were there. But I was like, it is so what? It's kind of easier if you have to cook a turkey in a toaster oven. Wouldn't it just be easier
Yeah,
to
it would
just
be
go to Aunt
easier.
Debbie and Uncle Pete's? I was trying to push for that because Joe is not the greatest host.
Cook.
Like he
Cough.
gets
Cough.
whatever. Well, no, I actually mean like host, because if you get mad while cooking and there's people over, it makes it very awkward.
Yeah, that is awkward.
So,
Let's not and say
we
we
should
did.
probably rethink that. Yeah, like I'm like, okay, we'll be there. Because mom was like, you guys are just gonna leave. And I was like, nope, we're done going to multiple Thanksgivings. It's Thanksgiving. I don't care enough to go multiple places. I'll do it for Christmas, but not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
it's one and done.
It's too much work.
It is.
Yeah.
To go multiple yeah, no. And it's nobody's favorite holiday. Nobody, like, I don't know.
I love
It's
Thanksgiving,
fine. Just
but
going one place is fine. I love
Grandma made
Thanksgiving.
it.
I just don't see the need to go to so many places. I
Yeah.
hate going so many places for Christmas.
Yeah.
So, going to your mom's, then going to Mitchell's, like, that's enough on Christmas Day. And then Christmas Eve, I invited the grandparents basically over to our house if they wanted to stop by and see Theo, because I basically told them I'm not going other places.
Yeah. So you're
I
not
said,
going
if
to
you
Pete
want
and
to see
Deb's?
Theo, come by Christmas Eve. No, because I have a quote unquote open house.
Yeah, I love how I don't want to call anybody out directly because we're not going to do that. But I love how the one cousin was like, well, maybe we can meet up later. And I'm like, do you realize how much harder you all made it for me? I'm home for a week. I don't have time to spread out all of you people on my schedule. If you would have just freaking showed up to Christmas, could have saw you all in one day. But now you're being a pain in the A. And now you're probably not going to see me. And guess what? Your fault, not mine.
And well, I think the bigger problem is, way to go, grandma passes and nobody shows up anymore.
Yeah, that
I
really
think
aggravates me.
that's the kick in the ass to me. It's like, oh, we're family until grandma passes away, apparently.
Yeah, and then nobody gives a shit anymore.
And yes, and then they just want to do what they want and whatever. Like, even my mom's upset that Luke and Mitchell aren't going to Aunt Judy's.
Yep, I don't understand it. I mean, and like Tara had originally said they were coming. Now they're not. I don't know what Luke is doing. Looks like I'm coming. I'm not coming. I'm coming. I'm not coming. Like, just freaking make up your mind. Like, I don't care. Just tell me yes or no. I guess not that hard, people.
Life. Apparently,
Yeah.
it is though.
It's just disappointing.
Right. It's like
we talked about.
It's very disappointing.
It is.
I can hear my son. He's done with the bathroom with the bottle, and he's like,
He doesn't sound unhappy though. He's like, I'm chilling.
That's because he just was fed.
He's
happy for now.
He's like, where's mom? This is weird.
Always attached at my hip, that boy.
Well, that just means
it's fine.
When one of us wins the lottery, because my mom is doing the old school thing and doing the lottery tickets, when one of us wins the lottery, the other people will be pissed if they didn't show up. So,
ooh, that's good. That's a good thought.
No, I ain't sharing my $1 million with you.
Wasn't there like didn't it used to be a thing where it's like, okay, if somebody won the lottery at Christmas or whatever, at like the ticket that grandma bought, that it would be shared?
I don't know.
Somebody told me that once.
I don't know, honestly. I feel like that would probably be like the nice thing, but I don't think it would be required. Like, it's your ticket. Like, yeah, I would probably give some to grandma. Grandma bought it.
I think some people would.
Yeah.
I said, I feel like some people would and some people wouldn't. And I know exactly who would and who wouldn't.
100%.
And that's fine. It's fine. My dad always said that if he like ever won the lottery, like he would do it all like anonymous so that like the random people wouldn't ask him for money.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that sounds all right,
100%. That's like the guy that just won. He's a billionaire now because he won, billions of dollars, and hopefully he doesn't tell anybody who he is. I don't know if he did or not.
Actually, so Tom looked into this. After all the taxes, he's actually only a millionaire. After all the taxes they take.
Yeah, that's not what they said on the news, because it was a $2.9 million jackpot, and he's still going to have, or $2.9 billion jackpot, and after taxes, they said he'd still have $1 billion.
Oh, really? Because when Tom looked it up, maybe it was before it got to the 2 point whatever billion.
Yeah, it was like 2.9 billion when he won. So I think after that, but
yeah, I think it was when it was. I think it was less, and it was like. It was just on the verge, like you were missing pennies to be a billionaire.
Yeah,
that's crazy though.
It is crazy,
but it really can really fuck up families though. It really, my friend's father won, and just basically destroyed her family.
Yeah, well, you remember Jen on our last episode, she talked about she hung out with the lottery winners down in West Virginia. They're all dead.
Yep, it really f's people up.
Yeah, it can. Unfortunately, it can. Yeah, not everybody, but it can.
Yeah, because I also remember watching like a documentary series where like this guy just bought himself like a nice house, a nice car, and stayed a garbage man. And that was it. Like with his millions, like he didn't do anything. He set up his kids for college, and like that was it. Nice house, nice car, done.
It'd probably be me. I'd fix up the house, put money in savings, keep my job, and that'd probably be it. Pay off any debts.
Just keep on moving on. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe donate some to like people in need, but that'd be it.
Especially if you have billions.
Yeah.
I know. You guys can hear my baby in the background. I'm sorry. He is. He's like, ah. All right. I think this is it for this episode. This is how to deal when shit gets real, and we'll see you guys all in the new year.
Happy New Year, guys.